Picture this. It is Monday morning, and hundreds of warehouse workers open their Fiori apps to start the day, but the launchpad hangs, tiles show service unavailable, and the help desk phone starts ringing off the hook. You spend hours hunting through logs before you even know which gateway is failing. That reactive scramble is exactly what we are going to replace today. In the next 6 minutes, you will learn how to build a proactive monitoring, alerting, and incident response system for SAP Fiori, one that detects problems and routes them to the right team in minutes, not hours.
Fiori is not a single moving part. Every tap on a tile triggers a chain. The Launchpad shell, an OData service call through the SAP Gateway, back-end business application programming interface logic, and possibly a call to SAP Business Technology Platform. A failure at any of these links breaks the user experience. Traditional monitoring that only checks whether the server process is running misses slow OData responses, silent certificate expirations, and memory leaks in Internet Communication Framework handlers. The goal is end-to-end observability, from the browser all the way back to the Advanced Business Application Programming Server work process. That is exactly what SAP Focused Run, or FRUN, was designed to deliver.
SAP Focused Run is an operations platform purpose-built for large SAP landscapes. Think of it as your SIM for Fiori Health. There are 4 capabilities that matter most here. First, system monitoring lets you watch CPU, memory, work process utilization, and ICF thread counts in real time across every gateway and front-end server. Second, real user monitoring, or RUM, captures actual browser-to-server round-trip times, so you see what end users see. Third, synthetic monitoring lets you run scheduled URL checks against your Launchpad and critical apps. Think of it as a heartbeat ping every 60 seconds. Fourth, the alerting inbox aggregates every threshold breach into a single, prioritized queue your on-call team can triage without jumping between screens. These 4 pillars give you a 360-degree view of Fiori Health. Inside FRUN, you will build dashboards focused on the SAP Gateway layer, because that is where most Fiori performance issues surface first. Key metrics to track include average OData response time broken out by service name, the error rate for HTTP 500 responses, ICF handler execution time, and the number of active sessions per gateway node. Set your baseline during a normal business day, then create thresholds. For example, if your 95th percentile OData response time is normally 200 milliseconds, set amber at 400 and red at 800. When the dashboard turns amber, your team investigates. When it turns red, an incident is.
Dashboards are great for humans staring at screens, but you need alerts that. FRUN lets you define event-based alerting rules tied to specific OData service errors. Here's a practical setup. Create a monitoring object for each business-critical OData service, for example, the purchase order approval service or the leave request service. Attach a metric that counts HTTP 500 and 403 responses per 5-minute window. When that count exceeds your threshold, FRUN fires an alert. Route that alert to your on-call channel, email, Microsoft Teams webhook, or an integration with ServiceNow via the FRUN REST application programming interface. The result is that your operations team knows about a failing OData service within minutes, not after 50 frustrated user tickets. Detecting a problem is half the battle. Routing it to the correct humans is the other half. A structured escalation matrix removes guesswork. Level 1 is the basis administrator. They handle infrastructure issues, server restarts, ICF service activation, certificate renewals. If the root cause is Fiori-specific, it escalates to Level 2, the Fiori administrator, who checks catalog assignments, target mappings, cache invalidation, and Launchpad configuration. If the issue is a code defect in a custom app or extension,
Level 3 is the UI5 or ABAP developer. And if none of those layers resolve it, you open an SAP support ticket with the correct component. MOBFND for Fiori Foundation, EPFLP for Fiori Launchpad, or CAUI5 with the appropriate subcomponent for SAP UI5 framework issues. Document this matrix, print it, and tape it next to every on-call monitor. Let us walk through a real scenario. At 9:05 a.m., FRUN Synthetic Monitoring reports that the Manage Purchase Orders tile fails its health check. An automated alert fires to the Level 1 on-call Slack channel. The Basis admin checks the gateway dashboard and sees that HTTP 500 errors spiked on one specific gateway node. They verify the ICF service is active. It is, so they escalate to Level 2. The Fiori admin checks transaction/n/UI2/FLPD_cust and confirms the target mapping is intact. The OData service metadata loads fine in a browser, so this is not a catalog issue. They escalate to Level 3. The developer runs transaction/IWFND/error_log, finds a short dump in the data provider class, and deploys a fix. Every handoff tracked. That is what a mature incident process looks like. Here is your action plan for this week. Day 1. Enable real user monitoring in FRUN for your production Fiori gateway. Day 2. Build a gateway performance dashboard with the 4 key metrics we covered. Day 3. Create alerting rules for your top 5 business-critical OData services. Day 4. Document your 4-level escalation matrix and share it with the operations team. 4 days, 4 steps, and you will go from reactive firefighting to proactive problem solving. Share this with your Basis team and start with Day 1 today.